Okay, we've got 4 tubes. Inside of each of these, there's some of the cracker juice, the oyster cracker juice that's been sitting for 12 hours. In this tube here, we've got distilled water and iodine, 5 drops of each. In this tube here, we've got amylase and iodine, 5 drops of each. Inside this one here, distilled water and Benedict solution. And this one, amylase and and Benedict solution. We're gonna put this into a very hot cup of water, let it sit, see what happens. Okay, for a second round here, we've got taco slurry that we're using. It's in each of these containers. Put 5 drops in each of these here. This container A here has got distilled water, 5 drops, and iodine. This one here's got amylase and iodine. This one's got the distilled water and Benedict solution. This one's got the amylase and the Benedict solution. I'm gonna put it in a hot water bath, let it sit for 5 minutes, see what happens. Our third and final batch is using the rice slurry. We've got 4 tubes again, A through D. A's got the rice slurry, distilled water and iodine in it. B has got the food, the amylase and the iodine. Test tube C here has got the rice, distilled water and the Benedict solution to test for glucose. And here in D, we've got food, amylase, and the Benedict solution. I'm gonna put it in hot water and let it sit. We have 3 tubes, 3 tests, gonna sit 5 minutes. We'll check our results in 5 minutes. All right, so here's our first sample of the crackers. And what I wanna do is I wanna test and see what happened in each of these tubes. I'm gonna get rid of the hot water here. Okay, so we've laid the test tubes out here. A and B do not look like they've had any change in color, which means that saying that there's no starch in the crackers. This is test tube C, and with the Benedict solution saying there's no glucose. But when we added the amylase to it, it looks like there's a little bit of a color change compared to the other one here. It's supposed to actually be more of a darker orange color, but it looks like there might be some glucose present, which is interesting if there's no starch. I'm not sure how to interpret those results. Okay, this is the taco slurry here, and we've got test tubes A through D. Looks like A and both B have reacted, changed color here, really dark kind of color, indicating the presence of starch. In test tube C with the distilled water and the Benedict solution, no color change. However, in test tube D, I'm seeing there's a color change here, which is indicating not only starch present, but also glucose present. That's with the taco slurry. Okay, here is our rice sample. I had rice and quinoa actually, and the 2 A and B tubes look like, with the iodine, it looks like there was a reaction. It's a little bit darker than it originally was. And for test tube C and D, I'm not seeing any change. So that is with the rice.